Your social anxiety is not the problem. Now, that probably sounds weird. You might even be offended by it. But I'll tell you why. Because I had that myself. Like, wow, as long as I'm socially anxious, my life sucks, and it's the social anxiety. And if I wasn't anxious, then everything would be fine. I would feel comfortable around others. I would go out. I'd date. I'd have a lot of friends. Yada yada yada. But the anxiety itself is not the problem. The anxiety is merely a symptom of an underlying problem. Okay? So, what is anxiety? Anxiety is a response of your system, of your subconscious mind, to you not feeling safe. And because you don't feel safe in a social situation, your body fires off the fight, flight, freeze response. And, adrenaline gets pumped through your veins, blood rushes away from your head and your digestive system, you feel that knot in your stomach, your throat tightens up, your heart races 100 miles an hour, your mind blanks out, you can't think of what to say. That's the fight, flight, freeze response being fired off. And all those symptoms, that's what we label as anxiety. Okay? So anxiety is not the problem. It's just a symptom of an underlying problem. And the underlying problem itself is that we don't feel safe in a social situation. That's the problem. Now, why don't we feel safe in social situations? Well, because we have these beliefs and social fears. Okay, we have negative limiting beliefs, and from that, social fears. So, we might believe about ourselves that we're not good enough, and that there's something wrong with me. Maybe that we're different, that we have to be perfect in order to be accepted, that we're weird, that we're, socially inept, and we might have beliefs about other people. People are out to get me. People can't be trusted. We might have beliefs about the world. The world is unsafe. The world is unfriendly. And because we have all these beliefs, that's how we filter the outside world. So that's how we look at the world. And because of that, we're not safe, right? And because we're not safe, we have all these fears. They might reject me. I might become embarrassed and make a fool out of myself. They might laugh at me. I might be ignored. I might be disapproved of. And because we're not safe, our mind is like, whoa, you're in danger. We have an automated response to that, the fight, flight, freeze response. Here you go. And then we feel anxious. And, those fears get even stronger. But the anxiety is just a symptom of the underlying problem. The underlying problem, we're not safe, right? We're not safe because of these beliefs that we have, these beliefs and fears that we have. And these beliefs and fears that we have, we learn them somewhere in life. We learn them throughout life. Now people say, no, social anxiety, it's in your genes. Yeah, I don't think so. So think about it. Take a common example. Fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment. Excuse me. If you say you inherited that, what you're then basically saying is that, well, a 1-year-old baby already has that fear. So what you're then trying to tell me is that a 1-month-old baby, is afraid of peeing herself or peeing himself because, it'd be so embarrassing, right? I might get rejected if I poo in my diaper. Right? I don't think so. You learned those fears and beliefs because of the repetitive negative experiences you had in life. Often from working with my clients, it's a relationship with your mom or relationship with your dad or with your sibling. First 6 to 12 years of your life. that made you more vulnerable to developing social anxiety, that often caused beliefs such as, I'm not good enough, I have to be perfect to be accepted, I'm different, I'm weird, there's something wrong with me. And then there have been some life traumas where you picked up extra negative limiting beliefs and all these social fears. And from that, eventually, you've come to feel unsafe in social situations. You feel unsafe, and bam, there's the fight, flight, freeze response, and you label that as anxiety, and you feel anxious. So anxiety is not the problem. Anxiety is actually the solution that your brain has to you not feeling safe. Now, I know that it's a shitty solution, right? It's not working for us at all, because that anxiety only makes things worse. It makes things a lot worse, because when you're anxious, you can think of what to say, and because of your anxiety, you actually think that you don't have any social skills. Well, if you feel comfortable, your social skills is not the problem. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that anxiety is not the problem. You don't feel safe is the problem. And you don't feel safe because of these beliefs that you learned in life. And these beliefs you can unlearn. And once you unlearn those beliefs, you feel safe in social situations. And when you feel safe in social situations, there won't be an anxiety response anymore. And that's why you can become 100% completely anxiety free. I've done it, my clients have, and you can too. But you'll have to change those beliefs and fears that you learned throughout life. Now, there's a variety way of doing that. And, one of the most common ways is changing your thoughts and facing the thing that you fear. And while that's great, that takes forever, is really challenging, and there are just smarter and easier ways of going about it. And I'll talk all about that in one of my upcoming videos. Here I just wanted to make the point that anxiety is not the problem, not feeling safe is the problem. That's because of the beliefs, and those beliefs and fears you learned earlier in life. And once you neutralize and eliminate those traumas from the past, you'll feel safe in the here and now, and you won't have that anxiety response. Okay, so hope this has been helpful. If this has been helpful, please share it. Share it on forums, share it with other people. I'm trying to get this message out there to people. So like the video, subscribe, and place a comment. I'll reply to all the comments, and I hope this has been helpful for you. And if you want more information, you can go to my homepage right here, and there I go into detail on what it is that I'm talking about, and you'll find lots of free stuff there to help you systematically get rid of your anxiety and feel calm and comfortable and relaxed in all social situations. Okay, my name is Sebastian from socialanxietysolutions.com, and I'll see you soon. Bye.